Hello, I'm Jennifer and welcome to the Daily Connoisseur. Orchids and roses are my favorite flowers and I love to have them in my home at all times. Orchids are particularly great to have in the home if you know how to care for them because they last for a really long time. They can be a bit fickle, so in this video I'm going to show you how I care for my orchids. Once you learn how to care for your orchids, the blooms on the plant can last up to 4 months. And if you learn how to keep caring for them, the blooms will return again and again year after year. So here's my orchid plant. The correct watering is crucial to keeping your orchids alive. I like to water my orchids once a week. I pick a day, mine's Sunday. I put the orchid in the sink and I saturate the moss with water, and I allow the water to drain from underneath this container that the orchid came in. Once the water is drained, you can put it back in the pot that you store it in. A lot of the times florists will offer to pot your orchid for you by putting it into a pot and putting moss on top. I always decline that because when it's potted like that, I find that the water doesn't flow properly when I water it. But don't worry, you don't have to look at the ugly plastic pot that it's stored in. I have this pot, for example, that has a little base. Make sure that you buy a pot that will cover the plastic container that the orchid is stored in, because that can be really unsightly. It's important that you store your orchids out of direct sunlight. Also, bathrooms are perfect for orchids because the humidity from the shower really helps them thrive. Let's say it's been around 4 months and the blooms on your orchid finally fall off. It might start to look like this. Very sad, but don't give up. Continue to water your orchid once a week with the other orchids. Even when it looks like this, in a few months' time, they'll start to get blooms again. Believe it or not, this orchid looked like this about 4 months ago, but I brought it back. Thank you for joining me on the Daily Connoisseur. I'll see you soon.